Hello again. On to day 3, the respiratory system. Again, hopefully your pad was laying sideways on your tray. Put that in there. Show you again. Let's unpack the pig over the sink. The preservative that may have came out of the pig overnight. Rinse them off again. I'd go ahead and rinse off the inside again. Put it on the pan. The leg come loose. Okay, we're going to be looking at the respiratory system today. Get the digestive system parts back in there. So the respiratory system is going to be in this upper or thoracic cavity, it's called. So what you're going to need to do is make some more cuts up all the way through the sternum, and I would go ahead and cut. Again, be careful not to jam too far down, which I think I just did. There you go. Even I make mistakes, and so yeah, I think I did a little damage to the voice spots there, possibly the thyroid. But so, and then you might want to cut sideways through these, like up above the arm. Again, just being careful not to snip through anything that doesn't look like muscle or skin. It's pretty tough. There's a lot of stuff in that. Alright, so what you're going to need to do is, just make sure this is open good. Again, I know it's kind of gross. So again, I'll show you some things you're going to be looking for in this. It asks you to locate the diaphragm again. Again, the diaphragm is going to be this thin sheet that's been cut, because you kind of have to cut it to get at that chest or thoracic cavity. But this would be the diaphragm right here. Thin, really tough muscle that separates the abdominal cavity from the chest cavity. And then one of the things you're going to be looking for is what's called the pericardium, which is a thin, clear sac. It's right here, and it encases the heart. So it's just a thin membrane. It usually gets cut open. Sometimes it gets peeled way back. So that's it right there. Some would be lucky and it'll still be all the way around the heart. But anyways, that's called the pericardium. It's full of fluid. It sort of protects and cushions the heart. And then the lungs, you'll be looking for those. And like I said, they probably don't look like you thought they would look like. So here's the right lung, and then obviously you look over on the other side for the left lung. Then you're going to be looking up here in the neck region. You kind of have to sort of dig your way through there. Eventually you'll see, and you can feel it too there. I don't know if you can get that or not, but there's a pretty hard cartilage tube that runs down through there, and that's not it. Take a few more snips in here. Okay, it's not as, there it is. It's not as whitish as it usually is. So right there is the trachea, and make sure you find that. It's pretty interesting. You know, feel it with the probe. It feels kind of just like you would expect it to feel. It's pretty hard. You can collapse it, but then it'll pop right back open. So just the same way yours is. You can feel little rings on your trachea. You can feel them on here, and then there's, you know, you go up, you'll definitely notice the voice box, and I kind of cut through the thyroid, but you know, you should be okay with that. That's about it. The other things you should be able to find pretty easily.